this is Kamori. I just wanted to take a moment to make a video to explain why I haven't been as active on this channel recently. I apologize for that. That is because last weekend I was at Otakon. Otakon is an anime convention that is held in the Baltimore area. And this was the last year that they will be in Baltimore, so I definitely wanted to go. And honestly, this Otakon was one of the best Otakons that I've ever been to. So I'll do a quick recap of how things went, what we did there, and also do a little bit of a haul video. We ended up staying for the convention for 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we got there fairly early on Thursday. We went to the Holiday Inn, and that's where we stayed since the convention hotel itself was a little bit out of our price range. But the Holiday Inn was fantastic. Like, it was easy to find parking because we got there on Thursday. I don't know how parking would be later on in the weekend, but that was really easy to find. The room was great. There were no like loud convention goers in the hallway. There was no trouble getting up and down on the elevator. Everything was fantastic. So if you're going for another convention in the Baltimore area, like if you're going to BrodyCon or anything like that, I definitely recommend the Holiday Inn because it was just great. So after we got checked in, we didn't have to worry about standing in line for badges. Otakon this year finally mailed out the badges to the congoers, which was a lifesaver because normally pretty much the Thursday of Otakon is spent entirely waiting in line for your badge. So we had our badges right away. It was great. And I did a photo shoot for my Morrigan cosplay, and my husband filmed a little bit of behind the scenes, so we will have a behind the scenes video of Morrigan in a little bit once I get photos back from the photographer. We shot with Cloud's Photography, and as always it was fantastic working with her. I will put her information in the link below. And Otakon has a Thursday Matsuri, which we ended up going to. Honestly, it wasn't super impressive when we went because none of the musical acts had started yet, so when we were there it was pretty much just snow cones was all that they had going on there. But during the photo shoot, the musical acts had started up, so we were able to catch a little bit of the, I think the name of the artist was Lotus Juice, I don't remember off the top of my head, but they sang the songs for Persona 4, so we got to hear a little bit of that, and that was great. Now, Friday was pretty much when the convention actually started, so that was the day when we actually went out and did things and went to panels and stuff like that. And I also entered my Rumi Wakui Halloween gown into the contest. You've probably seen that I've been posting on this channel some tutorial videos on how to make some of the components of the costume. So I finished it before Otakon and entered it into the Hall Cosplay Contest. If you're interested in more videos on costume contests, how they go, how the whole process of entering them works at an anime convention, let me know in the comments below, and I'll start a series of videos devoted to that. After that, we went and saw the AMV contest, where there are a lot of really great entries this year, a lot of really well edited and really funny videos. After Friday, I didn't do any more cosplaying for the rest of the weekend because Baltimore was under a heat advisory for pretty much the entirety of Otakon, and it was ridiculously hot. So Friday I wore Rumi long enough to go to the hall costume judging session and then immediately took it off, and I didn't cosplay the rest of the weekend because it was just way too hot. So props to anyone else who actually cosplayed for the rest of the weekend because I was just like, oh, it was just too hot to put on a costume. So Saturday was pretty much just relaxing and not cosplaying, which is kind of fun to go to a con and not cosplay and just relax a little bit and not have to worry about stepping on the hem of your ball gown or anything like that. So speaking of ball gowns, Saturday morning I went to a ball gown panel, which was pretty interesting and got some new resource ideas, so that was good. And then pretty much hung out for the rest of the day until the time of the masquerade. And the masquerade is held in an actual arena, so that's pretty cool that it is like stacked, I guess you could call it stadium seating. It's kind of a stadium. So that was really awesome. There was a lot of really great skits this year and some beautiful costumes, and the halftime show, they actually brought a singer from Japan over to perform the halftime show, so they really made it into a great big production, which was pretty cool. And as part of the masquerade, they also announced the winners for the hall costume contest. And Rumi actually ended up winning. She placed second in the journeyman division, which was really exciting. And this weekend just really was great in that it was great to win, but it was also great to, between the contest and the ball gown panel, to really enforce that I was doing things the right way. Because, as you may have noticed from previous videos, with the exception of a sewing class, one sewing class I took in college, I'm pretty much self-taught, so that really helped to enforce that, okay, we're doing things the right way. So that in itself was fantastic. Sunday, the day after the masquerade, they had a very interesting concept that I would love to see more conventions implement, is that they had a feedback panel for those who were interested that entered the hall costume contest. You could do a 4-minute feedback session with the judges where the judges would go over your costume and say the things that they liked about it and also point out the areas of improvement, which I went and I did, and it was very eye-opening to see, okay, these are the areas that I need to focus on improving. So that was a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. If you have the chance to enter a hall costume contest and they have this kind of feedback session, I definitely recommend going and doing it because it was very, very informative, and I would love to see more conventions do this kind of a feedback session in the future because I think it's a great resource for cosplayers. So after all the goings-on about the con, some of my friends suggested that I make a haul video for some of the things that I got in the dealer's room. And for the things that have a company attached to them, I will put links in the description box below so you can find them for yourself. Started by getting a t-shirt that is a play on Danganronpa. As you noticed from the Junko tutorials, I really like Danganronpa. So it's Danganronpa, which is a play on Dunkin' Donuts and Danganronpa, and it has a little Monokuma on it, and it's just really, really cute. It is 100% cotton, I believe. I cut off the tag, but I think it was 100% cotton. It's really soft. The only issue I had with it is that it tends to run really small. This is a women's fitted t-shirt. The women's fitted t-shirts are blue in color, and then the unisex t-shirts are a light coffee color. So this is an extra large. Normally I wear like a medium, and this is an extra large. So if you do get one of their shirts, I definitely recommend checking out the fitting chart and see where you lie on it, because it's very different from standard in-store sizing. And then there were a lot of industry booths at Otakon, which I was really excited to see. And that includes Kinokuniya. This was my first time actually seeing a Kinokuniya booth at a convention. And you may be aware of Kinokuniya as a large Japanese bookstore chain. And I did a video as a review of the store in New York City. So I will link that in the description box below. And I got 2 books from them. The first is I got another Gothic and Lolita Bible. This is volume 60. It's the summer 2016 edition, and it also has the patterns in it and then like a little fold-out poster as well. So I got that, and then I also got the Neko Atsume cookbook. It's all in Japanese, but there are a lot of pictures. So hopefully between these 2 magazines, or magazines, MOOCs, whatever you want to call them, I will be doing some tutorial translation videos for some of the things that are mentioned in those. Another industry booth that was at Otakon was the Good Smile Company booth, and this was also my first time seeing them at a convention. So I got 2 of the Nendroid figurines from them, and this was great because they were so much cheaper to get them at the official booth than to find them at some of the other dealers in the dealer's rooms. So I got the little Sakura Miku Nendroid, and then the little Senbon Sakura Miku Nendroid. And if you're interested in seeing any figure reviews for these figures, let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd be interested in seeing. And I also got, well, one was a gift from a friend, and then I also got one myself. That there are little tiny pushing blind boxes. Now, I'm normally not a blind box person because you're not really guaranteed what you're gonna get, but pushing, I pretty much like pushing in any form. And these were cute in that they were little Christmas ornaments. So once again, it doesn't matter what if you get multiples because it's Christmas ornaments. But that's what the design options are. And then, so I got two, one from a friend, and then I got one myself. So I got one that is pushing in a little mug of hot cocoa with a little marshmallow. It looks like that in the back, and they've got a little silver string that you can hang them from. And then this is one of pushing holding a sparkly silver and pink candy cane, and then you can see the back right there. The last souvenir I got is something that I did not want at all, but got anyways. As you may have been able to guess from my voice, I ended up catching the dreaded con plague. So because of that, I've decided that I'm just going to focus on trying to get better, so I will not be entering the Twitch contest because the deadline is next week, and I would prefer to focus on health and sleeping and not trying to bust out Liliana in a week. So, I do plan on eventually streaming on Twitch in the future, but for now I'm going to have to postpone that, unfortunately. So good luck to the rest of the people that are entering. So yeah, that was Otakon. Even with getting sick, it was still one of the best Otakons that I've ever been to. And I look forward to seeing what it will be like next year when they move to their new location in Washington, D.C. So this was a little bit different from my usual content. If you want to see any of the video ideas that I suggested in this video, let me know in the comments below, and feel free to subscribe for more sewing videos and sewing tutorial videos. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.